Hmm. Let's see here. Companions. Oh! Taking him down now ignores a portion of target's armor and will target enemy weak points to deal more damage, plus 25% armor pen. Niles puts himself in the enemy's line of fire to protect his comrades. Enemies are more likely to target him, and he will occasionally fire at enemies not targeting him, taunting them. Grab that. Armor rating plus 10. Heals 20% health instantly. Life injector module. Apply. Apply. Inventory. We got 7 of those. Your ship may be opened with the advanced decryption keys. Okay, so I can't do that. Region. Crabbing Tower. Retrieve valves upgrades. The incognito. Let's take a look here. Open that up. Try a companion mod kit. At a workbench, you can use this to apply upgrade mods to your companion's weapons and armor. These mods increase the damage and armor values of their equipment respectively, as well as granting additional bonuses. Need 2 more. Tactical trajectory. Okay. Wait. Is there a workbench here anywhere? Bathroom.
It was great. This one was for Niles, right?
Mod to complete it with love and patience.
You're right. An
All it
agent's
needs
life
now
is
is some
a busy
paint.
one, and there's little time for meeting with citizens to say farewell in person. But we are happy to be of service. As for your question, there's absolutely no reason you couldn't become an agent if you put your mind to it. It only requires hard work and a dedication to the greater good. I have no doubt that you have what it takes to be one of the best and the brightest, Niles. Good luck to you. And look me up if, or should I say when, you become an agent.
Numrum. Alright, I do not see a workbench in here. Out we go. Move. Okay. Head over here. Little sprat bastards. That way. Okay, so that's a vending machine. Party upgrades. Applies more stats of burn and deals slightly increased damage. You need corrosive side effects. Also increases the effectiveness of armor. Grants immune to shot side effect and increases the effectiveness of armor. Add more stats of burn. Weapon now periodically fires a large beam that deals massive damage. Her regular shots have also slightly increased their damage. Fires in a short burst and damages an AoE. It also slightly increases the damage overall. Alright, jump. See what we got going on over here. $600. Which way are we supposed to go for the Treacherous Protocol? DeVries likely established a safe room within the VOD's relay station while she was undercover. Finding that room should be their top priority. I suggest that you get to the northern side of the island if you can bypass the hazard on the western coast. As a task that needs doing, she said she could help you get into the VODs. It's most heavily guarded. Protectorate site in the region, and getting into it won't be a simple matter. Improve the mission's chance of success by seeking help of the sympathetic parties around the island. Nothing at Nadri Ascendant. Perilous Journey to the Grave. And a saloon in Farfield. Watch relay exterior defenses, which can be done from a set of controls somewhere in Skycutter. Run away into the renovated grain silo mentioned by the lab supervisors. Go there. You can see the paths I normally take. Stalking the Association of Andri Ascendant. It's right there. Just need to push into there too. Let's see what we can do here now. Dropping it. I'm working on it. Ooh. Okay. Be revived.
This unit awaits repair. Negative. This unit requires extensive repairs.
Fuck, there's another one. Revive. Nope. Okay, that was a mistake. Potentially, actually, now that I think about it, we might be able to just draw one out. Head there. We're gonna try this one more time. We're gonna pop a save here, though, so that way if I continue, it's not as big a deal. Back up, back up, back up, back up, back up. Ooh.
Emergency protocols.
Shit. Fucking Z.
Your Valorant unit requires service.
Get up. Get up. Fucker. We can do this. Last time. Mm, 21, 36.
Ready to take the heat off you, Commander. Just stay win.
Bottle trauma soon.
All right. All right, there we go. All right. Come on. Do I have fucking shot grenades at all? Biomass and concussion. Nope. Holy shit! I wasn't expecting that to melt me like that. I just turned the corner and just... fucking done. Alright. Right there, let's go. Confront Savannah. Skills. We have 3 speech, so we should be able to do this. Save complete. Alright. The book.
We're closed.
Good for you. Pinnacle pills, plus 25 inhaler charge. Grab this. Hit the trauma kit. That's 2. Alright.
Did you not hear me? This place is closed. No learning today about how everything happens according to the obscure calculus of an indecipherable plan.
Your friend Argenta. You're friends of Argenta, are you not?
Why are you asking? Who are you?
The people she tried to kill.
Thank you, buddy.
Architect. I
Right
had
out of my
no
mouth.
idea. I wish I could say it was unbelievable. I was afraid she was becoming a danger to herself and to others. But this is horrifying.
Yeah, imagine how we feel. Why don't you tell us where she is so we can make sure she ain't being a danger to herself or others?
Let them
And
talk.
how are you going to do that?
That ain't something you ought to be concerning yourself about.
If you think I'm going to help you do what I think you're talking about, you are deluded.
He's just upset. I'd say
It is
understandably.
of no matter, regardless. I do not know where she is. I haven't seen her since before the corporatists invaded the island. I'm afraid she's going to do something terrible, but I just don't know what. Maybe none of this would have happened had I not introduced her to Victor.
Who? Victor, the guy who accused her at the guy who you accused her of conspiring with?
How did... You saw her terminal, didn't you? Victor's an Order archivist. We were all friends for a time. But then, shortly before the schism, they started talking to some others inside the Order. That's when
Alright.
things became tense. I started to become uneasy, scared, really. She kept getting angrier with the Order the more she worked with Victor and her other contacts. On top of everything else, it became just too much for me.
So you got out. But I had to find her before she does something drastic. Did she randle about the Sentinels versus the Cult Corporations serial
Among
lot?
other things. For some reason, she was obsessed with the cliffhanger ending of Chapter 6. It was the one where capitalist fanatics brought complete destruction upon Arcadia. But you know how it works. It was somehow miraculously saved at the beginning of the next chapter. Didn't matter to DeVries, though. She just kept going over it and over it. Would have talked to a Crabble about it if there was no one else to listen. That, and the invasion itself, set her mind to dark things. I begged her not to go down that road again.
In the road where she tried to murder me?
She was
Again?
so agitated when I first met her. Must have been 7, going on 8 years ago now. She never slept, didn't talk to anyone if she could avoid it. After we became friends, she began to change. Still bothered her from time to time, but I thought it
In a
mostly
pocket.
behind her. I couldn't watch her go back to how she'd been. Or worse. I know I've
Fascinating.
no right to ask this of you, but when you find her, Please, remind her of who she used to be. She's unwell, but I know there's still hope for her.
I'll see what she'll have to say for herself when I find her and when I find her before deciding anything.
That's all I can ask.
Ah. Bad knees. You spent crouched, you've really done a number on your knees. They ache and squeak. As long as you stay crouching, you can ignore the pain. Plus 50% crouching speed. Crouching emits a 10-meter radius sound that hostiles can hear and investigate. Fuck it. Oh, it makes a crunching sound!
Welcome back to my chapel of fear and futility.
What exactly is 1577-8?
It was a code she used for everything. I'm ashamed to admit, I did break into her safe using that code. Was hoping she'd left me something, but it was empty. She did say once it had some meaning from her previous life. Beyond that, I don't know.
That is Agent DeVries's identification code, Commander.
She said it had some meaning from her previous life. I'd hoped she'd left something for me, but the safe was empty. She kept getting angrier with the Order the more she worked with Victor and her other contacts. On top of everything else, it became just too much for me.
Okay.
I know I've no right to ask this of you, but when you find her, please, that's all I can ask.
Alright. That's that. Grab that one. This way. I don't know how I feel about this gun. It looks weird as shit. I thought I heard someone. This way. Alright, so we can actually fucking move at like a normal walking speed while crouched. Anti-choice brand distress signal.
Hear this? Yes, you. I am trapped inside the research lab at the former site of the Eden's Bounty Agriceps.
Ah, yeah, we already listened to that. That's what we're doing to check out right now.
Physiological cues indicate acute cantankerousness in your fellow guards. A stealthy approach is suggested.
Alright, we got grass right there we can hide in. This way. Person trapped in the land. In the lab. Doors barred shut. That looks promising. No. That fucker's coming over this way. I see it. Boop, boop, boop. Guys are hidden, right? Need that guy to move on.
Got some bad company.
Quiet, Niles. That pulls the attention of anyone in the area. I was too far. Homicidally irritable employee. You two need to fucking move. He's dipping. That's right, leave. Shit.
Give the order and I'll take care of him, Commander.
Well, fuck. Ow. You. Nailing him.
This unit will strive to perform better in the future.
Get up. Get up.
Ready to waste them on your command.
He's dead. I'm fine. Give me that heal. Bop, bop. Next. Zip. Zip.
Lights flashing before my eyes.
Ooh. Light pistol. Shit. Trauma. All right. I'm not sorry. All right, over here. You. This way. 'Cause you are being a twat. Biomass pistol. Number to staff, lab notes. Turn to root. Hoppity hoppity. Alright, we're up. So, this is the stealth option. Alright. Trip lane.
Sanitary conditions detected.
Okay, down we go. Grab that. More distraction grenades. Biomass canisters. Ah. Okay. That. Don't compass. Come to root, leave.
I've counted at least 6 horrendous death screams since you arrived. You must be affected as well.
No, I'm fine. Need red spore sample and chemical coagulant. Oh, you're... Ah, that was barred from the inside. That's right.
Oh, could it be? You seem an honest-to-goodness rational human being, unhindered by bloodlust, unshackled from their basal
That's right.
ganglia. Well then, by the Loeffler Risk Intercession Act, under Outbreak Provision 5A, I hereby press you into service to aid me in our present crisis. I, Elmet Ormsby, Product Envisioner, Department of Proprietary Methodology and Audacious Advances, am your interim supervisor.
You want me as your new assistant. Employees here don't seem to survive that long. Change your tune a bit since sending that distress call.
Oh, all that pleading and the like. Yes. Well, it's only my second time trapped in a laboratory basement, and I do admit, I did panic just a little. But back to the exciting news about this incredible new opportunity. You working for me. As an aide-de-camp of sorts, on a brief yet no doubt exhilarating assignment.
I'd like to know the specifics before I agree to anything.
Our lab had been researching the red spores that grow nearby to see if they might contribute to future Auntie's Choice products. As per usual, we threw precaution to the wind. A local spore sample interacted with a wonderfully preservative-rich diet of Auntie's Choice personnel, inadvertently leading to a chance reaction causing profound irritability. To a somewhat homicidal degree, it would seem to appear. By that measure, our work here could be considered a moderate success.
A moderate success. How do you go about formulating a cure?
Well, it should all be rather straightforward, yes? I suspect we'd use a top-down indirect coronium synthesis method, don't you think?
Doubtlessly.
It's occurred to me this might benefit to some extent from medical training. Are you perhaps someone well-versed with pharmacological matters?
Sorry, I barely know my tibia from my fibia.
Apologies. I do tend to assume everyone has a doctorate. No matter, if you are capable of following simple instructions, I'm sure I can guide you through it. Tremendous. Well then, before we roll up our sleeves and determine what's needed, any questions?
So, like, to know more about your program, what do you remember about what happened, how do you end up here, what do I need to do?
We'll need two things. Fresh samples of the red spores and the findings from the expedition that originally uncovered them. After that, an antidote should be possible in relatively short order, with your skilled assistance, of course.
Of course. Gold samples aren't good enough, I could probably scrape up some of the dew.
Fresh spores will be key in the formulation of an antidote, as will the particulars and analysis from the expedition. Spore samples may be taken from a red plant indigenous to an area of tall rock formations northwest of here, ingeniously referred to as the Red Spire. The research team's findings are on a terminal in another building on these same grounds. A satellite lab to this one, if you will.
I'll be off then.
Once we have an antidote for...
Moving fast and breaking. Thanks.
Move up here. Got 13. Okay, so these are the spores, or the red thing.
Sequencing attack.
Oh shit, I thought you killed it already. Grab that. Advanced decryption key. high security cigarettes, hazardous
Goodwin
sample
here.
collection log.
Field report update. We are approaching the Raptidon den. These beasts have exhibited excessive irritability as of late. We endeavor to determine why. Surely the red spores aren't to blame. Wind-borne spores lack the catalytic agent of our food. Only way to be certain is to gather a stool sample. Simple enough.
All right.
A routine task for the Audacious Advances field team. Quiet now as we approach
knocked
the
its fucking
rat's
head.
nest. Certainly the spirited variety will offer... Oh, no! Oh, okay. Wait for that!
Get fucking dropped. Give me one more speech. Give me one more med. Apply. High security lockbots.
Quarantine time's over. We should have a
The hide. Incendiary triple barrel shotgun, shock resist. Ah, I see. Up this way. Now run back down. I think that's where the, what do you call it? Companion quest is. It's over here.
Realizing unfriendly.
Fucking bastards. Oh, we shot off one's tail. I thought those were tentacles wiggling around. I got really uncomfortable. Whoa! A little doggo in there.
My most favorite, least homicidal subordinate. How's all our field work progressing?
That Empress Force.
Absolutely gorgeous. Look at you. And to think I just forcibly coerced the first gormless dunderhead who walked by and found you. Lucky me. Now,
Coerced.
first things first. Place the data cartridge in the drawer for me, right here, in the slot below my intercom. Allow me to give this a cursory eyeball and...
Cursory
Perfect.
eyeball.
I'm sure we have the correct neutralizing agent here in the lab. I'll nose out the exact compound within our chemical reserves in 2 shakes of a rat's tail. Always fortuitous to have ready access to a key chemical agent nearby. This might work out yet. Auntie may ignore our recent setbacks if I deliver an easy-to-market product. Just imagine the ad slogans. Air, now with extra fractiousness. Though, I suppose it only works on other Auntie's Choice employees, not our preservative-free rivals. Oh, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. Now we must formulate an antidote. If we're able to save my remaining subordinates, they can help us rush this product to market.
You seem downright enthralled with this chemical agent.
It's a textbook example of the medulla oblongata wagging the cerebellum. Although, frankly, there's a plethora of ways to stimulate the reptile brain into such a flurry. None of the previous methods were anywhere close to being this commercially viable. But where there's a will, there's a way to make a profit. Ah, there.
Sure.
I have determined the ideal counteragent. Here you are. Place it and the spore samples into that synthesizer. Enable the device and it will beget a working antidote momentarily. Return with it directly as soon as it does it.
Okay. But if I had one more. Choose to make a few enhancements. Okay, we'll come back to that. Once I can get one more health. Yeah, that's level. We'll throw 2 into that. Get over to here. What is that? Welcome. Another town? Westport.
Engaging.
Nailed him. What is this? Unjam the door. Okay. Security nitrogen flushed meal pack.
Entering a confrontational state.
Damn right we are. Drop his ass. All right. Can't loot that one. This. For the door. High security lot bots. Boneless, skinless sprat. Alright. Anything on because, I mean... Get over here. Come into here. Spacer outfit. Alright, now over to this house. Coolant tank. Commander Zane and Buddy. Volume 1 and 10. Unlock this shit. Character. Alright, we're not that far off. We just need 9. Plasma shot. All right. On up. Review. Purpose a day. Odd counters are at my door, requesting entry. My insistent. Strangers will not leave. Their words confuse me. Claim they were chosen by someone's aunt to share unbridled consumerism. We need to confirm spelling, perhaps as vigilant Haldroth. Oh my, they are forcing the door. Huh. Should be just over here. I mean, shit's loaded with loot. That. Paused again. Nope. All right, sir. This house?
Sit or sprint? Typical predicament for an anti-bottom runner like
Sprint
me.
and tap.
Wish I never snuck in here to begin with. Seemed like a good idea at the time. Nah, it was a great idea.
Waterlog,
So much
protector,
stuff
medicine.
I've been taken around here. Motherload of loot. Plenty to get me back in the sprag race. Just didn't account for all these crabbles. Real fly in the old ointment. I could just sit tight, live lean off all these supplies, hope the crabbles skedaddle, or maybe open the door and bolt. Seems like a good idea. Nah, it's a
They
great
really
idea.
fucked this place up. All right.
This looks like the place. Oh, I haven't felt this hot strong since Horizon Point. Just hope he's here.
Hopefully he is. We'll find out.
Niles.
Howdy, Zed. Well,
Let's get some information. Access inventory records. Stud, Prestige Brandy, upcoming fulfillments. In place for tomorrow, but my mind remains restless. Times like these, I find myself wishing for Niles. He's always better at these sort of endeavors. Should be successful. It will be no small account due to how much. No small account due to much of what he taught me. And should we fail, well then I suppose I have learned a long lesson. Lostat. I volunteer to lead the procurement team. I have every confidence in her ability to accomplish the mission and to do what needs to be done if something goes amiss. Found an unopened bottle of Prestige Brandy underneath the counter yesterday. Seems prudent to save it for a special occasion. I only hope we'll be drinking to our success and not our failure.
Do you always put your hands on other people's things?
Yes.
Has my mind been set upon by shadows? I thought you dead.
Can't imagine why you think that. I've only been gone 4 years.
Oh, back from your little saunter then, are you? Head all cleared? I must say you took quite the perambulation. I hope you didn't wear out your rotation adapters.
But, dude. Thought you were dead? That's all.
I know. Didn't realize you would...
What else was I to think? You disappeared. Sent no word. Death was the best I could have hoped for you, given the alternatives. Let's not mince words. You ran from the cause. I stayed.
Happy Halloween, everyone.
For it.
Just realized it's after midnight.
Turn up with this stranger. And who precisely are you? Another Earth Directorate cast-off?
Just a friend of Niles, like you.
I hope not for your sake. Niles doesn't have the best history of looking after his friends.
Bring that boil down to a simmer, Zeb. This is my commander, one who was with me at Horizon Point.
Ah, yes. The same commander who nobly ordered you to leave your colleague to perish under rubble.
I regret the decision now, but in the moment I acted out of concern for Niles.
I know it, Commander. We all did the best we could on that mission.
Perhaps my words were too pointed. It is difficult to erase the memory of how Niles came to me. Half torn up, on the border between life and death. But that was years ago. So, you are keeping company these days. Just not mine.
We are working together to save Arcadia, a cause I assume you'd support. Just mad because Miles has better, cooler friends now.
That would depend on what vision you have for Arcadia's future. Everyone seems to think they alone know what's best for this colony.
Look, I'm not just here to gas you up with empty apologies. I want to set things right between us.
Oh,
I like
now
the
you
wood
want
on
help.
your prosthetic.
Where were you when the war happened? Or when I was being carted off to mental refreshment? Where were you when I actually needed you?
I ought to be flattered you
shit.
think me capable of storming an entire facility on my lonesome. But that just ain't reality. There was nothing I could do. Even if I wanted to. I know
Not the
I let
action
you
I wanted
down
to pick.
before, but give me a chance to earn back your trust. There must be something I can lend you a hand with. I know you haven't given up the fight.
I haven't the time to patch your bleeding conscience, Niles. I'm in a situation that demands my full attention.
It's Baines. My team's been caught. Pharaoh and March are dead. Protectorate are holding the rest for interrogation. A ship is inbound to take us off-world, to the consul himself. I barely managed to evade capture. Damn it! It looks like the data went through, but there's something wrong with the connection. The cipher isn't transmitting.
Found her! You there! Step away from that terminal at once!
Audra! Fuck! It's all coming apart.
I can help.
I knew
Sweeping
something
Niles
was
off her
wrong.
help.
What have you gotten yourself into here, Zeb?
That was one of my operatives. I organized the mission to infiltrate the Vox to acquire valuable intelligence. but obviously something's gone wrong. Without that cipher, the intelligence is worthless. But I'm more concerned about my people at the moment. If you're sincere in your desire to help, prove it. Rescue my friends before that ship departs with them on board. Please.
They reach the council. If they reach the council, they'll most likely expose you under torture, won't they? I mean, if Niles is.
Without question.
Okay. If they're sending a ship, that means my people are being held on the Vox's landing pad. Use my call sign so they'll know you for an ally. I'm certain Niles remembers it. And do exercise discretion, as well as caution. The guards at the Vox won't hesitate to fire upon you, should you be discovered.
Not to worry. This is exactly the sort of thing we're trained to handle.
Yes, but the uniform doesn't stop bullets, as I'm sure you recall.
Good thing we know a doctor then.
Mine does. Haven't found a way to reach the VOT station yet, so it might take a while.
Then let's hope the ship also takes its time arriving, and that my friend's pain threshold withstands any attempts to soften them up for the console.
Question before I go.
I'll answer what I can.
How did a protectorate doctor end up turning rebel?
If you must know, it was my sister. A neighbor reported her for some misconduct, and she was taken to be refreshed. I never heard what her alleged crime was meant to be. The woman who returned was nigh unrecognizable. The injustice of it rattled me. And once I began to look into what had happened, the more discomfort I felt. Then I met Niles. He told me the truth about other colonies. Made Arcadia feel so small, claustrophobic, repressive. And my smoldering resentments became a full conflagration.
About that stint in mental
Stop there.
refreshment?
I know what you would ask, but I've done my best to put that unpleasant experience behind me. Please respect my wish to avoid reopening closed wounds.
Tell me about your neighbors.
The Crabbles? They keep people away who might otherwise stumble into my operation here. I feel kindly toward them.
By neighbors, I was referring to Westport.
Of course. Hogarth and his unfortunate charges would be top of mind if you've explored the nearby settlement. I sympathize with the plight of those in Westport. They want nothing to do with me, of course, or anyone outside the Sovereign's grace, which has been to my benefit. I do believe that one day, the truth of the Protector's iniquity will be too obvious to ignore. But for now, not even a crowbar could pry open all those shut eyes.
That's all I needed. Thank you. No longer trespassing. Intended for washing, drinking, and cooking purposes. Introduced by introduction of foreign contaminants, strictly forbidden. Case of Luchforest skin powder expired. What is up here? Use this. Need hat 3 and a bypass shunt. That's abundant. Need one more hat. Some Lund sanitizer. Oh, let's go right here.
The wireless said that flooding Westport is routine maintenance to remove the dust that had been building up in our door frames.
The Sovereign really does think of everything.
That's why you guys flooded all that?
We're letting anyone who wants to train at the Arbiter's facility.
But the paradigm says we're to spend our lives in our predetermined profession.
That's why it's so generous of the Sovereign to let us become tiny cogs in the Great War Machine.
The native flora
Okay.
and fauna, the pleasant atmosphere, and rich natural resources represent a
Broadcast facility.
complex ecological network to govern it from the matriarch.
Sparkling water. Grab all that. Used by duly authorized personnel only. The interference with ongoing broadcasts is forbidden. Inspect the loudspeaker. Okay.
But now, more than ever, we must all do our part to maintain it. Keep doing your job.
There's no theft in this area?
On your neighbors. Same
Huh.
as
Well,
ever. Prudence
this
dictates
is not shooting water anymore.
extra added zeal for now, just to offset any.
I had a nightmare that the matriarch didn't gift us the paradigm. And we were left to scramble for purpose and profit like Auntie's workers.
Grab that. Yeah, it doesn't seem like there's theft here. Grab that. Boneless, skinless sprat. Deep fried critter bits. Private entries, Horizon Point. Doubts.
Throughout history, human societies were constantly
Looking over this way. Westport generator key.
benevolent hand of the Sovereign to guide them. Here on Eden, we all enjoy the full luxury.
How empty are the lives of Auntie's subjects? Have they even lined up the
Almost missed the routine certitude of my assigned profession.
Time for recreation. We sleep well at night. Work
There's a
is
chief mechanic.
or stressful. Food is nutritious and plentiful. We have everything we need.
Drained all your, what do you call it? Little pods.
It's infected. Redstone arrives soon, we'll have to start cutting.
This is all going perfectly.
You walked in here under your own steam and appear reasonably free of cuts, burns, or weeping lesions. So, I assume you're presently devoid of mortiferous injuries. Good. Because we've got more of that than we can handle.
When the void
You
happened
haven't
here.
heard? When Antes invaded, they broke the seawall. Flooded nearly half the town below, where most of the domiciles were. A number of our subjects drowned. Others got concussed, or even crushed. A few were electrocuted or exposed to caustics. Took a while for our water purifier to catch up, so some drank tainted water, which is Not good for you at all. I'm glad it's working again.
Damn shame, but best of
All
luck.
right. Well, don't let me keep...
Word on the wireless is that Auntie's choice is years behind us sociologically.
There we go.
So they started the war to grab any part of the paradigm that they can.
Don't mind me as I seal your medical supplies.
My body is covered in burns, acquired in battle. Is now a bad time to report myself for mental refreshment? I wouldn't want to be inconvenient.
Why would you want to go to mental refreshment, you fucking psycho?
You've returned.
Alright, head over this way. What did I just pick up? Treacherous propaganda cartridge. Cantus badge. Gotcha.
Greeting. That you have entered a recreant locality. Record states as follows. All inhabitants are declared treasonous due to insufficient zeal in defense against seizure, sabotage, and or manipulative indoctrinatory falsity.
Alright, there's that. Unlock. Designator's light revolver. God. Perfect. Need hat level 3. Painted. Ah. Grab that.
It is my esteemed pleasure to welcome you to Westport, once a shining testament to Protectorate excellence, now a picturesque example of the evils of corporatism. But where are my manners? We do not have much, but please let me offer you some victuals. Dut. I insist. Serving Unit 1. Something for the visitor at once?
Confirmative.
Perhaps you're wondering why I'd open my arms thusly for a stranger. Simple. As the guiding light for humankind, we always put our best foot forward, regardless of circumstance.
Pretty bad shape. Anything I can do to help?
I believe something still can be done. This town can be saved, its people given a reprieve. Were we to acquire the one thing vital to our existence, automech parts. What?
Comestibles served.
We of the Protectorate pride ourselves on our
Is this a
mech
raw spread?
programming. Among the vigilant, it is even considered something of a sport. We are not miracle workers, however. Without parts to work with, we've no hope of remaking our mechs to do tasks beyond their initial functions. We need repair mechs, domestic mechs, not combat ones. Serving Unit 1 here is about as much as can be accomplished without replacement parts.
I would only take a few variable gears and essential motivators to serve your purposes.
We are of like minds. We lack not the skill to do so. Our wily chief mechanist can reprogram the mech, but not without parts. Unfortunately, we lack ready availability of said parts.
You're all being punished. Why again? Did you mention the exact reason you need a reprieve?
Oh, you failed to hear the loudspeakers on the way in? The announcement we're obliged to repeat incessantly. Well, allow me to paraphrase. Protectorate law finds us guilty of treason on account of letting Westport fall prey to Auntie's choice saboteurs.
Oh? Such a judgment seems unnecessarily cruel.
These fine and decent folk don't deserve having their lives thrown away on account of my failures. If I can return the settlement to a reasonable facsimile of its previous glory, sufficiently functioning by employing mechs reprogrammed to repair and rebuild, the Arbiters might see fit to penalize only me, commute the others' sentences, allow them to maintain things around here in the spirit of continuity and such.
Half the town is presently underwater. No getting around that.
Hence my use of the term reasonable facsimile. I owe it to every single person here to try.
Better don't rummaging. Better ruminate on this for a bit. Get it to your people is inspiring. I'll get you those parts.
That's abundantly kind of you. Though there must be something I can offer.
Well, you are intimate in the knowledge of the bot station's workings,
Enough
correct?
to lead and inspire those who work there. Once at least. I was previously the ranking vigilant on this island. Why do you ask?
Can't say more, I'm afraid. Need to get inside. I'm pursuing a malefactor named Augustus de Vries. VOTS relays her last known
Difficult
location.
place to saunter into. Station's off limits to anyone without the highest security clearance. For anyone lacking reason to be there, it's assured suicide. In exchange for the automech parts we need, I can provide you means to get inside. Never dream of such a proposal in days of reason and quietude. Yet such is the here and now we find ourselves in. Wonderful.
Should I say no to that?
My unavoidable march to the gallows feels lighter already. At least now my subjects will have a fleeting chance. The parts can be found at the Euphoria Coast Automech Repair Center to the south. But do not, under any circumstances, tell those stationed there why you need them. To get inside, you will need an access pass from the Ministry of Accuracy. Since we have all been marked as traitors, I cannot create one for you here.
I already have the access pass, so I'll be off to the automatic repair station.
Farewell now.
Save subordinates. Journal. If you returned a found with her name on it, perhaps she'll provide you with a reward. So to fiction, present Science Adventure Quarterly from the library as Predator Tronel. The Shout, the Saja, the Malfunctioning Mechanicals. Before you toast. How's it going, guys? vendor. Sell junk. Secure blade, floss blade. What the fuck is that thing? Machine pistol double barrel. Semi modification doubles the number of shots fired at the expense of reduced damage and damage type. Common material for crafting. Shot machine gun, telescope at sight. Mitral reflex. Alright.
What is it? I'm a little busy. And most
Some
line
kind of
lanes,
parts, any idea where they be?
should get you sorted right quick, assuming she has the parts. She's right between the barracks and the main gate. Can't miss her.
Very well.
Welcome. Glad to have you back.
Hazel.
Oh, unfamiliar clientele. I was just lamenting the lack of new faces around here since supplies stopped arriving. And then you walk in. Name's Hazel. I'm sort of the acting quartermaster around these parts. You need any supplies? Talk to my friend the quartermech here.
Looking for some parts to reprogram combat meds. Have anything like that?
You'd think that a fully stocked auto-mechanical repair center would have automech parts, and 9 times out of 10 you'd be spot on. Trouble is, a bunch of supplies went missing recently, right around the time the quartermech completed a routine inventory.
Has Quartermech been acting unusually lately?
As a matter of fact, yes. Recently, when the crates by the wall got too high, it began stacking supplies on the catwalk above.
Protectorate Automechanicals feature advanced construction but low adaptability. Fall-throughs in its logic assembly would likely lead it to interpret its programming literally.
Logic can be a funny thing, you understand. One misstep can have the most peculiar results.
Interesting. Where were the last missing parts seen?
Delphinia's lab would be the place to search. We use it for storage, and our records indicate the supplies were present and accounted for.
Standard Earth Directorate protocol calls for a thorough grid search of the premises, Commander. Those parts are bound to turn up somewhere.
I assume you two have met already?
Could she have taken the parts?
Delphinia? No. I doubt she stole what I would have given her freely. Best of luck in your search. Let me know if I...
Ah, no computer. Gotcha. Salmon. Alright.
My erstwhile assistant returns. To what do I owe the pleasure?
For automat supplies that the quartermaster misplaced.
Now that you mention it, there was one particularly insistent little mech who kept trying to put all manner of bric-a-brac in here. After several firm remonstrations, I told it the interior of this building is off limits while I am working here. Didn't see that peculiar little scamp again after that.
You know what? I should get out of your hair.
Until a more convenient date.
Myself, one of the automats wandered into my lab, picked up a tray of supplies, couldn't decide where to set them down again, and just gave up. Later, I felt the vibration of so hard the dust shook from the ceiling. Must keep an eye on this behavior. Nope, not right there. Here. All this crap. All right. Dropped it. Oop. Ah. Okay.
All right, I admit it. The quartermech still needs work, but perfection requires iteration, as the Marshal says. While he's under construction, come to me for any supplies you might need.
Automet parts at top of Delilah's lab.
Roof! How could I have missed that? In retrospect, the problem is glaringly obvious. The quartermech couldn't figure out where to stack boxes on the X-axis, so it defaulted to the Y-axis. I'll have that tinkered on shortly. And you're welcome to keep the automech parts, of course. Thanks for solving my little mystery.
Yeah, anytime. Over to here. Don't want to be flat. That's John. This will break. Alright, so that explains all that destruction over there.
Under protectorate law, we are bound to inform you that you have entered a recreant locality. Record states as follows.
Greetings, non-protectorate wretches. With regret, I must inform you that those outside our glorious society may not take freely from our stocks, as our subjects do. However, I may offer you a limited selection of premium items for moderate respective fees.
Oh, that's what we got. Grab that. Serrated blade. There we go. Oops. We're getting low on light ammo. There we go.
Ah, the itinerant stranger returns.
That I do. Automat parts
That
needed.
is most excellent. Please, hand them over. Sincerest thanks. Now, we had what you outsiders call a deal. I promised you a means past the bridge and a way inside the Vox relay.
That you
There is
did.
wreckage from a crashed ship traversing most of the expanse. With the right equipment, the path will lead you directly to the Vox relay's main gate. Tell me, do you already have Protectorate jump boots in your possession? That's what I knew them as. The official title is Personal Plasma Thrusters, I suppose.
Yes, and I consider them the high effect.
Wouldn't know much about that, but you'll find they serve a practical purpose here. With them equipped, you'll traverse that path with relative ease. I'll prepare a writ of conscription to allow you entry to the Vox relay. While most would refuse my authorization, the sentry assigned to the gate once lived in Westport. Sentry second-class layman. Show the writ as proof I have conscripted you into my employ. Use it to press service on my behalf, and she will let you in. Once you're inside, there's someone else you should show it to. You do that and say what I tell you. It saved many lives.
Yeah, I do hoard the lots of life what needs to be done.
The Vox relay is, to my mind, a time bomb. Brigadier Montelli's lost his way. Now all manner of chaos is raging there. I've heard tell he's even resorted to extra-legal executions. Madness, I tell you. A brigadier doesn't act as judge, jury, and executioner. That's an arbiter's job. And even then, they're enforcing existing protectorate law.
Right. Who do I need to show the writ to in the bots?
Marshal Corbin. As with all my subjects, I have been there when he needed me. I trust we can call on him now to do his part.
You're not a bad guy.
Seek him out at the Vox Relay. Conscript him with the writ. And this is important. You must convince him to kill Montelli. Corbin will want to talk him down, to take him into custody, to message superiors outside the facility beforehand. We cannot allow any of that to happen.
Okay. Sounds like a plan.
Good. Here is the writ. I may not survive to see what occurs, but I trust you to follow your conscience. Farewell now. Promise you'll return here if you can. To check in on my people and see how they fare.
Wait, you don't think it's going to work, do you?
I don't doubt your abilities, but the prospects remain exceedingly poor. The facility is exceptionally well guarded, and forces there are the pinnacle of protectorate training. Even if you succeed, it's only a matter of time before the Arbiter arrives to administer my sentence. Any chances of me avoiding my fate are quite slim, I fear. Farewell now. Under protectorate law.
Okay. Alright, let's see here. Locate the redactor Quansil. Right over here. My shotgun MC deal lots of small hits very quickly. Enemies with high armor negate much the damage of these weapons.
Sometimes I get the feeling we're not welcome here. Protectors folks present as liberating.
People think I got ejected from the saloon because
Who am I looking for? Huel Chandra.
I see a huge opportunity for us in Fairfield.
There's zero competition and plenty to drive people to drink.
You know where this
Welcome
is
to the name-pending saloon, purveyor of spirits and stimuli. What'll it be, stranger?
Look for information. Have any?
Why, sure. You'd be surprised how much loose talk and idle speculation occurs around here. What, between them protectorate defectors, finally able to speak their minds, and all our off-duty Antes employees carping about work and the war? Any particular topic you have in mind?
So anti-choice. I thought anti-Cleo and Spacer's choice were separate.
Oh,
Hearing the sound.
Share to say they have differing approaches to lead. My pleasure.
I need to know. Thank you.
Got anything for me in return?
Don't have much. Being an Earth Defense Director agent isn't like the Commander Zane and Buddy. Lost entire colonies soon if we don't do something. All Aetherware serial are true stories based on classified Earth Director files.
Apologies, but tall tales and poorly formed fabrications failed to impress me much. Here I was hoping you'd have a good story for me in exchange, but oh well. Not everyone's a seasoned recon. All right.
Anytime.
a lot of fresh blood in the talent pool around here.
Oh, there you are.
Swear, I almost had it this time. Everything all lined up. Easy mark, guaranteed moneymaker, favorable terms. Practically the recipe for success.
Look like you've had your share of troubles.
Ever had the perfect opportunity just slip through your fingers?
Hold that thought. I've got something with your name on it.
Wait, what? Is that from Jackson? Oh, thank the law. Jackson and I are partners, see. He unearthed an unexploited protectorate technology. Promised it'd revolutionize the daily life of Auntie's Choice citizens. This is just the thing to put me on the map. Fast-track promotion to lower middle management for sure.
I'm not this mad, but your business partner, I'm afraid he didn't make it. Inspired Grove. Well, more a bloody smear, really.
Why, that's terrible. But you said you have the schematics? I'll take those. What? Sovereign's finest potato corollary peeler? This was supposed to be a guaranteed bestseller. Who in their right mind would... Jackson, you idiot! Ah! It's a good thing he's dead, because if he wasn't, I'd kill him! There's no... God damn it! I'm never getting that promotion.
Thought you were a thorough marching genius. You sell anything, good chance to prove it.
This was supposed to be my easy path to a promotion. Must be something I can do to salvage this. Tell me, did you come across any other advanced protectorate technology while you were there? Anything more, well, easily marketable?
What about these personal plasma thrusters? That's their old protectorate technology.
Personal thrusters? No one would ever want such preposterous things. I'd be laughed out of recreant reclamation. Imagine, jumping about like a sprog. Ridiculous. Well, here's all I can spare in regards to your compensation. Try not to spend it all in one place. It's supposed to be categorically bad for commerce. In the unlikely event things somehow pan out and I get that big promotion, I'll see you're taken care of. Until then, take care.
Somehow you're gonna get that promotion, aren't you?
No signs of corrosion. Exhaust manifolds. Hologram.
Where is it? Where's this?
I'm simply not credulous. I'd welcome you, would-be consumer, but we are not a retail operation. Please visit the various consumer locations around Fairfield for all your purchasing needs. I have far too many claims on my time to be able to cater to the curious at the moment.
What you looking for work? Is there anything
I
you
was
had
meant to have
that you
help,
here?
but they lacked the barest amount of gray matter it takes to keep from getting locked up by excessive corporate malfeasance. So, I'm on my own here. Breaking my back, trying to buttress all these vines on top of all my other jobs. Oh, the bits I wouldn't pay for some of those mechs the Protectorate used to work this place. So, is there anything else, or can I get back to work?
Permits not found, permits not found. I'm just curious, what's all this
Quite
for?
the setup, ain't it? Before we took Fairfield, Auntie's Choice didn't have anything like this. Every kind of plant we've got was made to thrive in a chemical vat. But the Protectorate grows all their greens the old-fashioned way, with water and soil and actual fertilizer. I can't decide if it's adorably quaint or just plain daft. Then again, they all only have one job, so they have the time to indulge in all those sorts of archaic whimsies. Damn lucky Crabble copulators.
And what do you use it for?
Research, mostly. Some wholesale. And as the base for some small batch, highly exclusive, limited edition retail runs. Though I expect word any day that the big brains in R&D will have tweaked and twisted these plants so they're better than nature. Then we push the new product on the market. And my contract says I get 0.003427% of net after development, testing, packaging, advertising, and distribution costs. So you know, this is a pretty big deal for me.
I don't think you're going to get shit.
Well, I've got a lot left.
Mock apples. Head out this way. This again. Scrap of paper. Shit. Nope. This. Open the door. Blast-proof defense. The fuck is the blank paper at? Scrap of paper. It's under the fridge. Ah. Access administrative controls. Unseal cellar. The code. Oh, okay.
I suppose it was only a matter of time until we were discovered. Though what an odd thing to die for. Apples.
I'm not here to fight.
Spare me such timid drivel. We needn't waste time bandying lies. Of course, I know why you're really here. You have come to exact retribution for our larceny at your greenhouse.
What? Actually, stumbling upon you was completely accident.
How coincidental. When we've finished here, your fellows will call your death the same.
Why would you ransack the greenhouse?
The greenhouse's stolen bounty offered a healthy alternative to gorging ourselves on that vending machine poison. Alas, I was spotted on 1 or 2 forays.
You must be starving to risk your lives. Calorie bread noodles. Should have left instead of sticking around. You must have been starving to risk your lives for food.
Starving? Hardly. We have greater stores of strength than you suppose. This hunger is a momentary distraction, nothing more.
Speech attack, frightened. Not a matter of strength, but simple biology.
Do not speak of biology to me, interloper. We are not the same. I am built in accordance with the paradigm. And you are insubstantial, weakened under the burden of choice.
Trading my life I'm not proud of, but they were mine to mate.
And how much better off would you have been if you'd been under a guiding hand? Moments ago, I loathed you, but now, I think I merely pity you. Enough! We know what is expected of us, and we have readied ourselves to meet death in all its personas. Have you?
I...
You did me a big favor here. I knew someone, something, had been absconding with food from the greenhouse, but never in a million skips would I have guessed it were stowaways. Huh. Guess I had this mystery all wrong. A small part of me was hoping... Nah, never mind. It's downright foolish.
I won't judge. Tell me.
I lost a friend in the invasion. A good friend. Thought maybe all this was her trying to send me a message of some kind. Like I said, foolish.
Not at all. It's difficult to lose people we care about. We all grieve differently. Pretty much she sent a weird message.
I appreciate that. Never really talked about the direction of my thoughts on this topic with no one before. Wow, it's like I'm lighter. Thank you for everything. Truly.
Yeah.
Hey, if you've got a grievance, get in line.
Pickpocket. Four fucking trauma kits. Holy shit. Okay. I shitty lot bots. Go check the greenhouse. Ah, so you found those. Hey, you.
You're back. Why? Well, I've got a lot left.
Okay. Nothing left there. $250. This way. Pop up. Jump. Jump, jump, jump.
Oh, what's this? Non-protectorate personnel just sauntering up onto my porch, free as they please. Admit I'm accustomed to a higher standard of precaution. State your purpose, outsider, or exit yon way you came.
Her twin found something with your name on it. Is this yours?
I see you've discovered some of my misappropriated materials. Careful labeling proves prudent and useful yet again. Here, for your effort. A full set of Science Adventures Quarterly was stolen from me and sold to various unknown parties across the island. Since you've already proven adept at their repossession, I would put it to you to locate the rest. In exchange, I will provide you with rarities and bits.
What precisely are they? What kind of protector, verdant? wants this thing
In
anyway.
my role, I compile material providing special insight on other colonies. Items prohibited to others, news logs, serials, and the like. During recent troubles, unsavory elements removed certain items from my old
Alright.
office. The Ministry of Act, it is currently unoccupied by humans leastways. However, that, while unfortunate, remains inapplicable to matters at hand.
What? I don't even get what these materials even are, really. Any leads in who stole them?
Sources placed them briefly in the hands of Sub Rosa black marketeers. Yet who sold the materials to them or where they went afterward remains a mystery.
Not noticing the same person
The
of interest
line
here.
represented a growth of the media. The brief window surrounding the volume's release.
I'm on it.
I am return. May safety, amity, and ease be yours.
Okay, so we still have that. Ascend the Howling Tower. We're gonna call it here. Thank you guys for stopping by. Have a wonderful rest of your night.